Well, my public, I wanted to share something with you that I absolutely wanted to make a note of. I stuck my toe in the pissy ass dating pool and said it wasn't too bad these days. I've actually been meeting people that actually kind of align with me a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. However, this message here from a seemingly unsuspecting suitor potential named Khemet that I met on Face Date. Face space dating. How glorious. This is just an example of what I despise, if you will. Now, I just wanted to show you this message before I deleted this out of my phone, saving me much space. As you can see, we started out, and I don't mind because this is my general introduction for, suitors, as I'm trying to establish some sort of foundation and how we get to know each other. However, this infuriating conversation just tickled me, so I had to share. So it starts out, hello, hey, it's Khemet. I said, hey, why are you up so late? Or did you say hi and go to sleep? You could see the time differences and when these things were sent. He says, LOL, I'm working, so what's really good with you? Where are you from? So I figure, if he's working, I'll give him a good chance to get the introduction, and hopefully when he has a moment, he'll do the same, you would think, right? Match like match. Something like that. And it says, well, again, I worked 3 jobs after my mom passed in April, single and celibate for 2 years. I dated a guy for a while after I got divorced. I was married for 12 years. I have 5 children, 3 of which are grown, and my youngest 2, 10 and 14. And my 20-year-old twin son is with me. I'm from Brooklyn originally, but moved to Cobb County in the 90s. I'm trying to stick a toe in the dating pool, ready for a committed relationship. I go on to say I was my mother's caregiver for 6 years. Before that, I established my own LLC in 2018, and I'm trying to get back to a job where I can be manager or quality control lead. And he says, I feel you. Then he says, what do you like to get into, or what do you like getting into? Are you healed? And so you went to sleep. Now, I wouldn't be on there if I didn't just say, I'm ready for a committed relationship. In fact, if I tab over to my profile, you will see that in the process of healing, there's stages to it. I'm in a good space. I'm ready to mingle, Not tired of being single, of course, but, I'm ready to socialize and have a conversation with someone nice, meet someone special, and potentially meet someone new. Maybe we can have things in common. Maybe on my off days, meet and greet and take it from there, Be real logical about it's 9:40 in the morning. I should be asleep yet again, but here I am perusing my messages, right? And it says, are you healed? And it's like, that's kind of almost. And I said, I wouldn't be on if I wasn't healed. Healing is a given in life. I had stage 4 breast cancer, which I figured was brought on by stress. And yes, I fell asleep. I'm open. What do I like to do? I can do indoors, gaming, movies, cooking, spending time with my family, or outdoors, park, swim, tennis, leisure, like self-care, making art, or music. It seems I'm doing most of the sharing, quote unquote. 1 sec, driving. Now, why would you waste your time in telling me that, If you don't make space and prioritize a conversation, why should I? At this point, it's 2 red flags, because when I would expect a conversation when you had time, which I then say is fine. I'd expect you to make responses when you have a moment, free, not rushing and juggling. And then I get this, and then I get the dreaded, what are you doing? Now, if I already explained all that, I'm either sleeping, I'm working, or I'm with my family. So all this, what are you doing? I can't stand it. I hate it. I hate the what do you do? I can't stand it. Because you can ask me that for every moment and it will be something different. Right now I'm breathing. What does that do for you? I'm watching TV, breathing. I'm laying in my bed, should be sleep, but I'm taking time to analyze the context of the conversation that I'm having with this young man here, which is actually older than me, but I can't tell by his dialogue, you see. So then I say, I'm living life in between naps, waiting for a decent introduction that seems too distant in the distant future. How I loathe small talk. To see the far too common quote unquote, what are you doing? Then my life had already been explained proves failure for stimulating conversation, thus peril. I'm sorry, but with the name Khemet, one was to assume one's knowledge would lead the helm of wisdom and prove wise. However, the short responses and lack of making such communication lackluster and seemingly dull, if this is to be expected, then unfortunately my attention won't be kept. It won't keep. To diminish myself into such terribly small space. A few words completely annihilates the purpose of fruitful foundation, thus proving the outcome of what would be some sort of relation, but that's only assumption, of course. Though I'm not opening a can of beans looking for depth and root. Blah, whatever, whatnot, and so on. I've been disappointed thinking that there would be some sort of intrigue. There is not. Sigh. Back to the face-based pool. In the thousands of requests, I pick 3 at a time, allowing the battle of wits and captivation for my attention to hopefully draw a winner to move to round 2, the phone conversation, then round 3, the meet and greet. This, unfortunately, isn't in the direction to which a suitable foundation is forged. The quote-unquote, what are you doing? WYD is a common misconception and misuse of time and energy on both our parts. It lacks severely, but notes that there is a lack of depth. Perhaps a better suitor, perhaps a more meaningful experience, otherwise a dream for one who could hold the star's gaze as much as it's sought after. After all, I'm but a flower in my own garden. Peace, peace. Do I dare even ask the same, or allow you to only have this brief moment in our precious lives, my presence, then to disappear from it evermore? Go figure. Does that suit your question, or is my efforts too much for not enough? Perhaps more mediocrity is your preference. Thus, I'll say good day to you. And it's 45 minutes later. I had to make a post about this. I had to. The irreverent WYDs. Obviously, I'll be moving on. I can't stand it, really. But this is what happens. As this is all for entertainment purposes only, mind you. I'm not really taking this seriously unless it is presented on some sort of seriousness, but it's not. So this is what I'm going through, and it's just one apple out the bunch. I do have other suitors that are more like, come visit me at my hotel that I manage and swim in my pool after hours over a bottle of bubbly. Now that is something that I might do today. But this, however, this is getting anyone nowhere. So, excuse me, I really need to nap, but I just wanted to roll over in my bed in the comforts of my own and just display what I am not entertaining right now, what I am not going for at all. This is preposterous. This is so simple. And I bet after all that he'll text me back and say he was sleeping. And thus I'll have to then again express that this is not what I'm looking for. Thank you so much for your application. It is denied. I'll be looking further. So, just a little blog on just my encounter with. Oh, I should have blocked his number. Oh well. just avoid that. But Khemet from Face Dates. Good luck, ladies.